There is a distinct, singular American culture, rugged individualism, and self-reliance which made America great. The vast majority of the rich in this country did not inherit their wealth, they earned it. They are the country's achievers, producers, and job creators. No nation has ever taxed itself into prosperity. Evidence refutes liberalism. There is no such thing as a new Democrat. The Earth's ecosystem is not fragile. Character matters. Leadership descends from character. The most beautiful thing about a tree is what you do with it after you cut it down. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president of the 20th century. The 1980s was not a decade of greed, but a decade of prosperity. It was the longest period of peacetime growth in American history. Feminism was established so as to allow unattractive women access to the mainstream of society. Love is the only human emotion that cannot be controlled. The only difference between Mikhail Gorbachev and previous Soviet leaders is Gorbachev is alive. I don't even think he's alive anymore. Soviet leaders are just left-wing dictators. Abe Lincoln saved this nation. The LA Raiders will never be the team they were when they called Oakland their home. The U.S. will again go to war. To more and more people, a victorious U.S. is a sinful U.S. This is frightening and ominous. There will always be poor people. This is not the fault of the rich. You should thank God for making you an American, and instead of feeling guilty about it, help spread our ideas worldwide. You know, folks, I have to tell you something. This white guilt, it's time for all this white guilt to end. I know it won't, because I know that most people are scared to death and live lives totally immersed in fear, because that's what other people want them to live like, but I'm sick of it. White guilt is doing nothing for anybody, and white guilt is not solving anything. And besides that, a little history lesson for you. If any race of people should not have guilt about slavery, it's Caucasians. The white race probably had fewer slaves, and for a briefer period of time, than any other in the history of the world. I was going to stay away from politics on this channel, but today Rush Limbaugh died, and they're trying to attack him with these words online, and every one of them is true. Every single one of them is the truth. You know, Rush was like one of the very first guys, one of the very first people that knew how to stand up to the left, that knew how to annoy the left, that knew how to mock the left, the mockery which they love to dish out themselves, but they sure as hell can't take it themselves. You know, people forget. They look at that Daily Show when Jon Stewart ran it, and now this clown that runs it now, this Trevor Noah loser who runs it now. You know how it revolutionized politics, and you know that show, like when Stewart ran it, was like the go-to for these liberals. You know, they looked at it as a news source, you know, as a mockery. Even Colbert's show, same thing when he was on Comedy Central. But those shows were an offshoot, were a direct ripoff of the Rush Limbaugh show. Rush Limbaugh had a television show that used to air every night on in New York. It was on Channel 9. And it started only in New York, it was local. And he was doing the same thing, and it started in 92. And all he would do for a half hour every night on TV is bash the Clinton administration. Take their clips, make fun of them, laugh at them the same way Stewart did and Noah tried to do now. You know, this feminist comic, Lynn Winstead, gets credit for creating The Daily Show. And if you know anything about Lynn Winstead, she is a horrible human, a horrible person. She's this supposed stand-up comic that is known for bullying these up-and-coming comics, like getting involved in their act when they're trying to perform. Joe Rogan talked about it on one of his podcasts. If you look it up, if you look up Joe Rogan, Lynn Winstead, you find it's him talking about her, and you can see exactly what kind of miserable person she is. And she takes credit and gives herself credit, and they give her credit for creating this Daily Show, but it is a direct ripoff of the Rush Limbaugh Channel 9 show back in the early 90s during Clinton. So, and he did that show for about 4 years. He did it from 92 to 96. And I would watch it. I would try to watch it every night. It would come on about midnight. And it was like for conservatives, man. And it was for young conservatives. And I was a firefighter at the time, and people didn't understand. A couple like, it's like, you really like this guy? I'm like, this is great, man. Finally, somebody who just knows how to stick it to these people and make fun of them. So, you know, he's an icon. He was an icon, and he will be missed, you know. So he's dead at 70. Long life. I thank him for what he did for the country and for his ideals and, you know, years of entertainment and making you think. You know, sad day. I usually don't get bummed when celebrities die or people die, but this is different, you know. This was a guy, you know, I think he was trying to do something for the country. And, you know, people are going to be horrible on the day he dies and say horrible things, and he was this and that, and he had this problem or that problem. Like, spare me. Spare me. Man was brilliant. Man was brilliant. A brilliant thinker, a brilliant orator. You know, helped revolutionize talk radio. Basically invented, gave you liberals the format for your holy grail, The Daily Show. Yeah, they don't want to deal with that. They'll lose their fucking minds. You tell them that. So, and I'm still not feeling like this. Whatever I got, it's kicking my butt right now. It's like I'm just achy. It's not the Rona. Thank you. I could taste everything. It's not the Rona. Something else. So, other than that, but that'll be pretty much be my my last one for a while about politics. Again, you know, makes you think, makes you feel old. You know, guy you listened to for so long. You know, you knew it was coming. So. But I did want to get this out since it just happened, and it got me thinking. And I see, I'm on social media, and I see them trying to destroy this guy. You know, on the day he died, like pointing. This is the horrible things he said. Like everything on this list is 100% accurate, all of it. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you want to get your story read on the channel, topic you like me to cover, something you like me to expose, you guys know what to do with the links in the description box. I'm really not feeling well as I'm trying to do this, so I'm going to cut it here, and I'll probably see you all tomorrow because I am not feeling well at all. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.